Hi everyone and welcome back to Europeans in Taiwan. This is the YouTube series where me and Mumu travel around the entire European Union here in Taiwan. And today I am extra excited since we are here with our Nordic friends at the Finnish office here in Taipei. You might recognize Lauri from our previous video. So maybe we will save him to last today since we have two new other Finnish faces here today. Jere and Henrik. Did I pronounce your name right?
Almost correctly.
Almost correct. How do you pronounce it?
Jere.
Yeah. What did I say? I thought Chinese tones was difficult, but Finnish tones is on another level.
I always say that as long as my mother knows how to pronounce the name, it's good enough.
Yes, but it's the same in Finland. Like if she pronounces your full name, then you know you're in trouble.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Who are you and what brought you here to Taiwan?
Deputy representative at Finland Trade Office. I've been here now for 4 years. This is my second longer stint in Taiwan. I actually came first time here already 30 years ago. Used to do voluntary work in Hualien. That was the first time that I ever came to Taiwan, and since then I've been in Asia for the last 30 years in different places, working for different companies. For the last 4 years it's been with the Finland government.
I came to Asia originally 2008. I went to law school in Hong Kong. Then eventually I met a nice Taiwanese girl and moved to Taiwan 2017. I work in advertising to Finnish and Swedish companies.
I've been here 3 years. I'm heading the Finnish trade office here in Taipei. Good to see you again.
I have to ask, you said you come to Taiwan the first time 30 years ago.
Yes, 1994.
Why did you end up in Taiwan? Like volunteering, but like it's still far away from Finland.
Well, it's a very long story.
We got time, don't worry.
That time I was working and living in Helsinki, and I had already been in Asia for a vacation in Thailand, and I really wanted to come to Asia one way or another. And I was actually at the Samba Carnival in Helsinki. Somebody handed out flyers of this kind of youth exchange program, and there were a few countries listed. For me, unfortunately, Thailand was not there, but I saw Taiwan and I thought, oh, it's Chapotuo. So I applied, and they chose me and sent me to Taiwan for 1 year to do this voluntary work at I was actually at the juvenile home in Hualien working with the Ame youth, and that's how it started. Then I moved to Taipei, started to work here, and then my professional career started from there. It was really tough in the beginning. I didn't speak a word in Chinese, and also in Hualien I don't think there were any Westerners, at least. But yeah, I'd like Taiwan. Friendly people, the cliché. Friendly people, great food, the scenery. The places that you can visit. Of course, during that time, the Tailuga was something that I went very often to.
And for you, Henrik, you've been here now 7 years.
Something like that, 7, 8.
How do we explain for people watching this back home in Europe, maybe back home in Finland, how is life here in Taiwan compared to your normal life in Finland?
Oh, I think the surprising thing in Taipei, at least, is that it's a big city. But I like hiking, trail running, and it's so accessible here. If you live in the city center in Helsinki, you actually usually would need to take a bus, and it's usually like an hour, at least half an hour. But here, at least, I live in the city center, but I can just walk to the mountains right next to my apartment. So you get a pretty good mix of both nature and the city here.
How about you, Lauri? We already know your life story, but what have you been busy with since we last spoke here a few years ago?
Work, of course, takes a big part of my time on a daily basis. So we work with a lot of Finnish companies, helping them to explore the Taiwan market. We have a lot of visitors from Finland coming here, meeting clients, meeting suppliers, meeting different stakeholders. We have some delegations from Taiwan to Finland, basically the same way. They're visiting Finnish companies, Finnish stakeholders to discuss about collaboration or cooperation. Also, of course, we work pretty closely with the other Nordic countries here, Sweden and Denmark. Then on my own time, I've been doing not so much hiking, but quite a lot of running. Okay. So that's something also Taiwan and Taipei provides good environment to run. So basically you can run throughout the year, summer, winter.
Something you cannot do in Finland.
Yeah, you need skis in the winter up to the mountains or by the riverside. So that's also something that has probably took too much of my personal time in the last couple of years.
You were talking about collaborations with your Nordic friends, Sweden and Denmark. And here we have a living proof of this special relationship, I think, because as you see, we are sitting now in the order of a Swede. We have the Finnish, and here we have something that we in Sweden call Finlands svensk.
Det är sant.
Det är sant, because you speak Swedish.
Yes, so my mother tongue is actually Swedish. And the background to that is that Finland used to be part of Sweden a couple hundred years ago.
Back in the good old days now.
Well, you can see it in different ways. Most of the Swedish speakers are along the coast of Finland. So if you go up to Turku, there's a lot of Swedish speakers, go down to Eliö, Tammisaari, in those areas. And then in Helsinki, there's a lot of Swedish speakers as well. And we even have like a separate school system. So some schools are all Swedish, and then usually the Swedish speakers go to those schools.
Oh, well, I thought every Finnish kid was just like learning Swedish in school, but I thought that was it.
You still need to learn, but you start at the older age, maybe 7th grade, something like that. But then you have this course which basically teach everything in Swedish.
Yes, exactly. So all the classes are in Swedish. That's the language of teaching in those schools.
And we have a very special island between Finland and Sweden called Åland, which is autonomous part of Finland, but they are 100% Swedish speaking, and they have their own systems, their own stamps, their own police force, etc.
Speaking about the close Finnish relationships, not necessarily about Sweden and Finland, but Finland and Taiwan. Lauri, I think you have some updates for us now since last time we spoke here about the Finnish-Taiwan relationships.
One major item what we signed earlier this year was this air service arrangement, which allows direct flights between Taiwan and Finland. At the moment, there's no any commercial airline flying this route yet, but it enables very quick connection from Taiwan to Europe. The airline can fly directly. It only takes roughly 10 hours. And then from Helsinki, you could connect anywhere in the Nordics or Baltics or Central Europe. So we're very much looking forward to actually get one of the airlines flying to Helsinki.
That would very much help me personally as well. So if anyone is watching this, have any contacts with any airline who wants to take up some Helsinki-Taipei flights, then please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Generally speaking, when it comes to like Finland and Taiwan, even me as a Swede, I would find it a little bit difficult to see like a clear connection between Finland and Taiwan. What would you say is like the biggest thing that unites you, maybe on a personal level, but also like business-wise, and what are the trade, if any, between Finland and Taiwan?
Well, there's definitely a lot of trade between Finland and Taiwan. High technology is something we see a lot of opportunities. For example, quantum computing, something which could potentially replace semiconductors to some extent in the future one day. But this very kind of advanced technology, digitalization, smart manufacturing, utilizing the Taiwan's very strong capabilities in hardware, then maybe taking something from Finland regarding software, for example. But we also talk about education. We also talk about cultural exchanges and so on.
Finnish education, that is like, it's literally second to none, world famous.
Taiwanese education is excellent as well. So the results are very similar. It's just the difference is that how do you get into the goal? How do you get those results? So that is maybe something that we can exchange with Taiwan. You can reach excellent results without maybe training your children so much.
Okay, that would be like the main difference between like the Finnish system and like the Taiwan system.
Bit less homework.
The days are a little bit shorter.
Yeah, literally like any day in Finland is like you only have 3 hours.
That is well.
You need to take advantage of the sunlight.
30 universities also have exchange programs with Taiwanese universities. So there's surprisingly many Finnish students coming to Taiwan to study.
1/3 of Finns who are staying in Taiwan at the moment are students who are here for some sort of exchange program, 1 semester, 1 academic year, maybe the whole degree.
After living here in Taiwan for so long as you have, has your life changed in any way compared to like the life you had back home in Finland? Do you have any more like a new routine, or how has your life changed after these years here?
It's a level of convenience. Here you have 7-Eleven, Family Mart everywhere. So if you want a Coke, you want some sparkling water, you run down and buy it. In Finland, you usually stock up for the week with all your groceries, everything you need from the grocery store. But usually the purchases each time here are way smaller. You buy what you need at that point of time. So that's, I guess, one difference you could see between Taiwan and Finland.
I think same goes with eating. Because when you live in Finland, you kind of used to eat at home. Somebody cooks, you eat at home. But here in Taiwan and the rest of Asia as well, often you eating outside is just so easy and so big part of your life. Taiwan having these amazing night markets. At least someone like me living alone, going to the night market is the easiest thing in the world and the most convenient. Hardly ever cook at home.
I don't know like how many times I visit 7-Eleven or Family Mart every day nowadays.
It's many times.
So instead of these giant hypermarkets where you can stock up for the whole week. Yeah, exactly.
I love that you use like sparkling water as like the representative of the thing that I buy at 7-Eleven. Because me, who's lived here for like 14 years, I'm so happy that we now have like sparkling water here in Taiwan. Because to me, that's the only thing.
Be a challenge.
Yeah, it's like, this is like something that new, completely like the last like after COVID, like the last like 3-4 years, it is popping up different flavors. Oh my God! Thank you so much, Taiwan. It's absolutely amazing. In Sweden, we have something called finska pinnar, which is like the most dry cookie you can ever have. So for me, when I hear like Finnish food, I think about these like Finnish sticks, as we call them. When you think about Finnish food, what is the one thing that you miss from back home? And what is your favorite Taiwanese food?
Well, one thing I stock up when I fly back from Finland is rye bread. And I just stock it in my freezer and then consume it over the several months, depends. That's one thing I really miss from Finland.
A lot of fish, new potatoes, salmon in the table, salads. It's quite hard to actually find a good salad in Taipei. It's harder than in Finland at least. And usually they are boiled, but in Finland it's a little bit easier, especially at the summer house or the summer cottage. Skärgårdsbordet. Skärgårdsbordet.
Smörgåsbord.
Skärgård.
Skärgårdsbord.
Yeah.
Archipelago
table. Yeah. But it's the same thing as like a smörgåsbord.
No, it would be a little bit different. Like usually you would have potatoes, salads, a lot of fish, different kinds of fish.
So
there would not be no sandwiches.
Okay.
Or you could have like this Skärgårds archipelago bread, and you put skagerröra.
Oh, like that.
Sounds exactly like the same thing. They just pronounce it wrong. Okay.
If and when I travel to Finland, the first dish I usually have is creamy salmon soup. It's this kind of home food, maybe some candy, the Finnish salmiak.
What kind of Finnish candy might you be thinking about?
the black one, the salmiak.
Licorice.
Can we explain this to Taiwanese people if they've never had like salmiak or licorice before, like especially the Finnish one? What is that?
Who wants to explain?
How long time do we have?
Salty licorice, very strong flavor. I think not too many countries enjoy this delicacy.
No.
And then sometimes I offer it to my foreign friends, including here in Taiwan, and they're like, okay, let me try it. This must be good. And then you look at their face expressions they make after. They're like,
I think for a lot of Asian, it tastes like medicine.
Cold medicine. Yeah.
Yes, kind of herbal medicine.
Yeah.
But for us, it's a candy.
If you go to a grocery store in Finland, there's like a big aisle of different chocolates and candies. That one is quite a lot more limited in Taiwan.
Yeah, and it's very common for not only kids but adults consume candy a lot as well. Maybe not here in Taiwan that much.
Do you have like a word for this? Because in Swedish it would be like lördagsgodis. There would be like Saturday candy.
When I was a kid, that was a thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Only allowed to eat it on Saturdays.
Now it's everyday candy.
Me and Mumu are also trying to learn some, in this case, Finnish words or phrases that either might be an expression that best describe your life in Taiwan, best describe Taiwan, or something that you just use on maybe a daily basis, being a Finn here in Taiwan. Do you have anything, your favorite Finnish expression?
silence.
Yes.
Nothing comes to mind right away.
Yeah,
Well, maybe you have to think about the
stereotypical Finnish chat right here. Yes. Is there anything that you feel like Taiwan does not have? What is like the main thing that you miss from Finland when you're here?
Rock concerts. I personally
Concerts?
Yeah, I personally love going to gigs to see live music, bands, and that's something that at least the major international groups usually don't visit Taiwan.
Maybe the representative can just call like Lordi and we can get him to come here to make a Taiwan concert.
Heavy metal, very important part of our culture. I think Finland is number one per capita in the number of metal music bands or heavy metal bands.
But the one thing which could be nice in January or February would be a sauna, because North Taiwan gets pretty cold in the winter. So a sauna would definitely work on the north coast by the beach.
Yeah. My next question was if there's anything you can do here in Taiwan to like maybe feel a little bit more like home back home in Finland. Is sauna like the number one thing that you would do to get a feeling of the Finnish culture?
Well, that would be nice in the winter, yes.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's kind of redundant.
And if people are watching this video now and want to learn more about Finland, what can they do? Where should they go?
They should go to Finland, obviously. Visit Finland, where you can find a lot of information about Finland, Finnish culture, Finnish food, sites to see, places to go.
I think this year will be actually a record year of Taiwanese visiting Finland. We estimate that some 60,000 Taiwanese will visit Finland.
Is this because like the Northern Lights?
Very much so.
That is like the main thing.
Yes, I think the Northern Lights is the number one attraction for Taiwanese.
Apparently the Finnish people are pretty good at advertising apparently, because you have just commercialized the entire Northern Lights, I think. And Santa Claus.
That's true.
You have like both. And of course, if you want some more information regarding Finland, but also the entire European Union here in Taiwan, you can of course check out EU in Taiwan's social media and their website as well. And if you do want to take part of Mumu's giveaway, all you have to do is to follow the EU in Taiwan on social media. You have them both on Instagram and Facebook. Follow their instructions when they are sharing this video, and you have a chance to win some Mumu EU in Taiwan giveaways. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one. Kippos.
Kiitos.
Kiitos. Shit. Kiitos.